We're in Talladega for the next round of our
Get ready.
NASCAR 2026 season, racing season. I said I wasn't going to do Talladega, and I didn't want to until I figured out, I think, how to make them crash. So this is going to be kind of a test for that. Qualified 16th, so we're not on the pole this week, which is good. 42 cars out here, but one rogue Kevin Magnussen made it in, so I had to disqualify him because my intent wasn't for him to make the race, but he did. So we're down to 41 cars, 40 plus myself. Played with the settings, I think, to make them wreck, which was make them all really old. They're in between 100 and 150 years on the age chart, and cranked up aggression and optimism, which I already had been doing. But hopefully this is a little more dynamic than Daytona was. It's already 3 wide, and we did not have that at Daytona, so it's doing something different this time, which is good. We'll see if they make moves in and out of line, if we can even get in and out of line, if they're just going to be 3 wide the entire time. Okay, they don't care at all, I guess, for their own safety. So that's good. Appears like it is working, and it's already only, I don't even know what lap it is. 2, 3. So that's good. We've done something. Looks like there are a few stragglers that did not make the main pack, which is okay. We will be close on fuel by the looks of it. This will be also a test, I guess, for the fuel gauge that I haven't been able to use, or haven't used yet. Coming into this race, we're P19 in the points. Chris Buescher is points leader. I might want to go to the back, but I'm ended up in the back anyway. Yeah, I wasn't going to do Talladega. I was going to run Auto Club, but then I was scanning the forums, and somebody's like, oh, to make them wreck, just make them... They said put them 100 to 122. They said don't go above 123. I put them above 123 for a modified race at Rockingham, or Richmond. We only had 2 wrecks in 30 laps, which was... They looked pretty believable. One was like they pinched themselves into the wall, or pinched another car into the wall. And then the other one kind of like ran into somebody on entry. It looked kind of like a flat tire wreck. It was obviously like not flat tire, but... We'll stay second lane, just trying to conserve some fuel. Maybe we can not pit, and maybe they'll all have to pit. At Daytona, the 24, he had to come in because he was all by himself leading the entire race, and nobody else pit. But I think at the pace we're at, we will make it by like a 1/10 of a gallon. but we're also in the second lane, so we're going to be covering more distance. Maybe I do want to be in the bottom lane, but I'm not going to force my way down there like that. It's funny because the practice race, or I didn't do a practice race, I did practice laps beforehand. There's not any big groups, so I never really saw what they are like in a pack situation until we started this race. Definitely dancing around a lot more. I don't know if that's got to do with the age or the aggression and optimism, or it's probably a combination of all of the above. They still do have problems with fall off, which you can't really adjust for, but shouldn't have any fall off at a flat out plate track. That, and it's a lot easier for me to just come in and set this up because I know it's not that difficult to make them kind of do what I want to do. I don't need to kind of anticipate how much drop off are they going to have versus myself. Almost wrecked there out of turn 2. We almost got a front row seat to whatever was going to happen there. I'm surprised these two haven't come down the track yet. Briscoe looks like he wants to, but maybe he's still on the outside of time. We're going to close that gap. Outside lane is going so much quicker right now. Kind of seems backwards of NASCAR racing 2003, where everybody would advance on the bottom lane and then move up. Right now they're doing advance on the top lane and then move down, and then they get cycled that way. Looks like we'll have at some point a lap car to deal with. Who's currently in 1 and 2. That may be where they wrecked because they got the reaction time of a dead person. Outside lanes coming now. Kind of trap. Yeah, with them on the outside just slowing me down in the middle. Killing our fuel mileage too. Trying to lead the line. Really need a car in front of me.
Say hi. Say hi. There's a car on the low side.
Kind of cheating having the fuel gauge up, but I'm sure they all know exactly when they need to pit.
Say hi.
I don't even know how accurate the fuel gauge is. I've heard it's not, and I don't know if it's in favor or
Still there.
against my favor.
Still there.
See how they deal with this lap car. See if the lap car can even tack on to the back of the field. He may be going too quick. He may not be able to.
Still there. Hold your line.
I don't know if I want to be right here though. If they do check up, we're gonna peel out of this.
Top 3 wide. Hold your line.
We're gonna move up around him, it looks like.
2 wide there. Say hi.
Looks like they kind of absorbed him.
Still there. You're up top 3
Yeah, he's
wide.
leading, or I guess not leading the bottom line, but he's on the bottom line getting pushed. Oh, it may be wrecking. Nope.
Hold your
They all
line.
checked up all of a sudden, and a couple of them wiggled up the track.
Hold your line. You got one inside. 2 wide there. Say hi. Say hi.
Just fall in line again and try to save some fuel. We're right on the cusp of making it,
Hold your line.
and being at the front really doesn't help our situation. I need to get to the bottom if I can, 'cause that's going to shorten our distance. Car just moved out of line, but I think he went back in.
Hold your line.
We're right at the rear.
2 wide there.
Yeah, I can get down now.
Still there.
We'll stay on the bottom here and try to
Still there.
shorten our
3 wide. Hold your line.
track up.
Outside. 2 wide there. Still there. Hold your line. Stay low.
But also try not to let a hole open because they will just fill it.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line.
There's still some lap cars out there,
Hold your line.
but right now they're entering turn 1, so we got a ways to go to get to them. There must be a pack of like 5 cars on the back straight just entering
Hold your line.
turn 3 right now. Actually, there may be a pack of 2 down the back straight.
Hold your line.
Why are we going so slow?
2 wide there. Still there. Stay low.
I think it's just because they go to the front of the line, they drop down, slow down, and the upper lanes are just faster.
Still there. All clear, all clear. 70 spots left to finish. Release
Our
the
fastest
speed up.
lap, and it felt like the slowest one compared to everybody that just was on our outside.
Outside. Still there.
That's the other thing too. I did discover in practice with their really old age, they end up almost stopping on the track when they go on the pit road. They don't pull off the track basically, and then they just slam on the brakes. So I ran into the back of the car just following like this and had no idea he was gonna pit.
You got one outside. Stay low, there's a car behind
At least this one's more lively than the Daytona race, 'cause that was a really bad race. And I figured part of my decision was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get San Diego, so that one may be at we run at Long Beach. So to have like a couple of tracks that are not on the schedule. I didn't really want to do that, but I did want to make this enjoyable for myself. We ran one really bad race at Daytona, so I really didn't want a second one, but testing the AI over the weekend, you know, found some things that I can implement into the tour mod races if we want to run some AI. And then it ended up benefiting this, I think. Or at least something I can test out here. Because the season's been pretty stale. There hasn't been a lot of wrecks unless I'm the one wrecking. But if we can make them wreck, which I have, that they haven't wrecked yet, but they've been close. That's really what asphalt racing's missing. And I'm not looking for like official race levels of wrecking. That's why I don't race officials, but you need a believable amount of wrecks to occur, and the AI is very good at avoiding that, which is like the opposite of fun. Like, not the opposite of fun, but it takes some of the aspect out of the races. Some of the unknown. Just running them straight up is fine on like a road course, but in an oval race you need that chance of something happening so you can get some strategy going. It makes the race a little more dynamic. Oh, okay, we're stopping.
All clear, all clear.
That's not good. We may lose the field now. They all just stopped. I don't see any smoke. Hopefully we're not damaged. But we may have just lost the field.
We got damage on the front end.
And we're damaged too. Great.
Inside.
See if 34 will go by.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. Still there. All clear, all clear.
See if we can even keep up with them.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 10 seconds.
Well, that sucks because we're not going to be able to catch the group now unless they actually do wreck.
R12 has taken the lead.
At least we can still be in somebody's draft. We're just past halfway, so we'll see if they can last the rest of the race without wrecking. Sucks because the group behind us is way behind us. And that might kill my fuel mileage too, because now I gotta run flat out. We may have to pit. And I can't even get to his bumper now. Yeah, they're
R3 has taken the
way
lead.
quicker than we are. It's almost 2 seconds faster. Well, this is the part of the plate races that I wanted to avoid, is just riding by ourselves, but we've still managed to find a way to do that. Now I just have to hope that he doesn't pit, because he'll just stop right in front of me and I'll end up rear-ending him again. I don't even know what happened. It must have changed lanes or something. And somehow they were able to pick back up their speed way before I could. I don't know if downshifting was more of a detrimental to me than staying in fifth, but we were lugged pretty hard. Our best chance now is that they all have to pit, I guess. And maybe we can make it. Says the window's 13 to 17 laps, and we got 14 to go when we take the line. Maybe we've saved enough. Oh, last lap, 13.5. We may have to save a little bit. I guess we're not going to be catching the front guys, so our best bet is to let a little bit off and be a little slower to try to make it to the end. Guys in the behind us are not going to catch us, just like we're not going to catch the front pack. Because we're in the draft, this guy's not going to pull away. They are catching up on another lap car, so they maybe that lap car will cause a wreck. There may be two in that pack. I think right now there's 40 on the lead lap, so there must be two in that pack.
R21 has taken the lead.
See, our fuel situation is getting a little better. That's our best chance, is they all just run out or
The car
pit.
behind is closing on you. The gap is 10 seconds. Behind is closing on you. The gap is 8.1 seconds.
They gained 2 seconds in
The leader is
like a lap.
8.09.
Doesn't really matter if they get here, because that would just give us
has taken the lead.
more ability to save to make it to the end.
We have 10 to go this half hour.
10 to go, and we got like 9.2 to empty. At least at the rate that we're going over the last 10 and basically the last lap.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 5.6.
Yeah, they're really catching us.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 5.3 seconds. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 4.6 seconds.
Well, it doesn't look like the front pack's gonna crash. I mean, maybe they get really stupid at the end of the race, who knows? They absorb the 2 lap cars. Now there's 3 cars, 1 lap down.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 2.7
They're
seconds.
catching us, and I think they're running side by side. At least one of them running side by side with the group of 2. So hopefully that means that they end up burning all their fuel, because I'm out here running 90%, 80% throttle and barely gonna make it if the numbers are right. I'd like them to get up here a little faster so I can use some of their draft a little
The car
more.
behind is closing on you. The gap
Nobody
is
in the front pack's pit
1.4
yet.
seconds.
They're all pretty risky on fuel, or on pit strategy. So they're all 70 rated on riskiness of pits, which I assume is like more risky than conservative. They all got the same values there. Here comes this crew, so they're going much faster. If I can make sure I'm in their draft. It's gonna, yeah, so they have to pit. So Chris Busher just said he's pitting over the chat, which I don't think you can see on the recording because I got the scoreboard over it. I think he was the car on the outside by himself. So some of them are pitting. So we got some in the pits. So these are the single cars that were all by themselves for the most part. They're all pitting. We have 5 to go. I have about 5 laps of fuel. I have to catch these guys a little bit to get some draft. Both of them are pitting. Well, that sucks.
1:08.
That is not going to help us. I mean, maybe Gilliland saved enough that he doesn't have to pit because he was in the pack with me, but he's going to be... He was running all out.
The car behind you, pity.
All the single cars, or the ones that got out of the pack, they're all pitting. So I guess the question is, does the pack pit? And we only just caught the 33 car coming out of pits, and he was with the lead pack. So they're making up so much time that even they may be able to pit and get out without maybe being able to get around any of them. We only have 1.6 gallons left. Coming to 3 to go here. 1.5. We're using about 0.5 gallons a lap, so we're gonna make it past white flag, but we may not make it to the line. Nobody from the lead pack's pit, except for the 33. Who is a lap car for most of that run. .34 is not going to pit yet. Got 2 to go this time. We've got 1.1, so we'll be able to coast, I think.
You've got about 2 laps left on.
Get 2 laps. Nobody from the lead pack's gonna pit. They're all gonna make it. So we have to kind of feather this. We've got nothing to lose in the back. .34 is not gonna pit. He's gonna try to make it. He'll probably run out, though, because he's been leading the both of us.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Yeah, we didn't really gain any distance that lap. Lead pack all makes it. It's like 16. Allmendinger is gonna win. Nope, looks like Ty Gibbs won. We're gonna run out of fuel, but it's... Do we run out of fuel before or after Gilliland does? Might as well just run our foot to the floor, because I think we're gonna be end up coasting. Yeah. How did he not run out of fuel? Well, we get 33rd. I don't know how he didn't run out of fuel.
There's the checker.
We saved that
Bring it
entire...
on home and let's get out of here.
Pretty much most of the time that we got out of the... After we left the pack. Maybe the damage was just so much. Drag? I don't know. We get 33rd. Really not any better than Daytona for a position. I don't think we couldn't pass anybody there, but at least it was a little more enjoyable than Daytona. Next race I think is Watkins Glen. I think we go there and then we go to Dover and then Charlotte. So we'll yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.